They were 2-0 up after 9 minutes. It is their first shot on target. How is that a penalty? Mention promotion, and everyone got upset at me. The bath already? The showers? I'm not a footballer. I don't know where players go when they get sent off. Hey guys, and welcome to episode 32 of One Team, One Dream, Into the Woods. My name is James, and on today's episode, we have the final two games of the League 2 season as we face second place Stockport at home, followed by Port Vale away for the final game of the season. Two games that will define the next couple of episodes. If we get 2 wins on today's episode, we go up automatically and we are a League 1 club. Anything else? It could be everything from automatic promotion to dropping out of the playoffs. It is that crazy. Now, the latter is probably less likely to happen. If we look at Cambridge, they're on 67 points. They are 6 points behind us, but they have a far worse goal difference. It would take a 12-goal swing to allow them to go above us in the table. However, I'm not counting anything out this season. I have seen absolutely everything. So I'm going into this thinking that could be worst case scenario. But other than that, there's nothing else since the last episode. I have not gone anywhere. We've kicked on a couple of times to the next match, but that's pretty much it. So no more news. Let's get into the first match. And as be the theme for the last couple of episodes, we come into this with a slightly tired team. A couple of players in particular, Charles and Adebayi, are struggling for fitness. Charles in particular has been struggling for fitness for the last couple of months, if I'm honest. I've never really had an opportunity to give him a proper rest as we don't have a proper backup right back. So he may be on the bench for the second game of today's episode, depending on how this one goes. But the team for today's match is Huddard in goal, a back four of Devine, Bennett, Tricker and Charles. McDonnell, Adebayi, Iqbal and Daly are the midfield, with Fagan and Crossdale up front, developing a very strong partnership at this point and a very exciting partnership. Even if we do end up going up to League 1, Fagan is now classed as being a League 1 striker, and Taylor Crossdale has the ability to be a League 1 striker. So 2 players who we could be seeing up front for us for a little while yet to come. But that is definitely me getting ahead of myself. So I'm going to say, can we pump fists and say we only need a point to secure playoffs at worst? That, I think, is the best thing to focus on. We were not expected to get into the playoffs this season, so that is an achievement in itself. So just getting the point today is all we need. If we do get a point, I am more than happy with that. I will take a point in this game to be able to give us within touching distance of the automatic promotion on the final game of the season. It does open the door for Mansfield, who have already jumped above us. We don't have here we have the highlights. They're 2-0 up. They were 2-0 up after 9 minutes. So we need to win today if we want to try and keep above them. But a point today is the focus, and getting into the playoffs really is the focus. But after 35 minutes, I've been talking and there's been absolutely no highlights at all. I'm going to do a quick demand more just before half-time. However, time is ticking down. We haven't had any more. We have had 7 shots with 3 on target. Stockport have not had a shot on target in that first half. But they are obviously coming here and sticking 11 men behind the ball. I'm going to pump fists again. We are the better team. Keep going out there and doing this. I'm reluctant to switch to a attacking mentality. We're currently on a positive one. Do I take the risk? I think we'll see how it goes. We do have a highlight here, though, on 52 minutes. Devine with the throw-in. Loses the ball, though, out to Williams for Stockport. Stockport now looking to bring the ball forward. This is concerning because this will be probably their first shot on target. I haven't seen if they've had one yet. Lincoln, though, with the ball, is being pressured. But he passes it into Right Hart, forward to Gordon. Gordon taps it in. Is that their first shot? It is their first shot on target. Of course it is. Sometimes Football Manager is such a frustration. Only in Football Manager I could see that happening. Right, we're going to have to go attacking now because we have to try and get a goal back. So let's go attacking. Let's demand more. And if I'm honest, we're likely to be making some changes very soon. 60 minutes on the clock. We're going to have to make some changes because some players are obviously not pulling their weight. Daly's having a terrible game. Let's put Crossdale out wide. He's been happy playing out there previously as a winger. Take Daly off, bring on McKinnon. Leave him up front. Actually, let's drop him back as a deep line forward. He's played that position previously and done really well. Iqbal's also having a poor game, so I'm going to take Robinson off. Brand new winger partnership out there right now. Charles is also struggling for fitness, but he is having a good game, so I'm going to leave him on there for the time being. And we have a highlight here on 74 minutes. Adebayo with the ball to McDonnell, to Fagan, to McKinnon, back to McDonnell, to Robson. He's got a man on the overlap. But McKinnon there, I think that was McDonnell with the ball to Taylor Crossdale. Taylor Crossdale has been out there for a matter of about 15 in-game minutes, and he has scored when he couldn't score up front. This is what is the bizarre thing about Taylor Crossdale. Put him out wide. It's just that little bit further out wide, and he manages to get into a position to score. But he has made it 1-1 and given us an opportunity now, hopefully, to try and push forward. And we do have a corner. Can we do goals back to back? McDonnell, Fagan at the back post. The ball goes over the top. That was an opportunity there to go ahead. Let's make our final substitutions. We do have a number of very tired players. We'll take off Adebayo, bring on Lewis in that Mazzala role. I think that is probably our best bet. Go into the final 10 minutes of this game. I'm also going to see if we can demand more from the players. Yes, we can. Just to push forward a little bit more. I said I'd take a draw at the beginning, but we do have a highlight here on 87 minutes. Charles with the ball to Taylor Crossdale. Whipped into Fagan or Robson. Fagan and Robson were both stood side by side, fighting for the ball. One of them really should have been in space. But Stockport have cleared it, and Stockport are now on the counter-attack. Ball through to Gordon. This is going to be a brilliant save there by Huddard. Devine with the ball now. Hoofs it clear. Huddard saves us there. That is as much as a goal, if I'm honest, in this game. But Charles misses the ball. Bevins has the ball in the penalty. Fantastic. How is that a penalty? How is that a penalty? That was a brilliant tackle. Right, Huddard has to do the job again. Gordon has missed it. Gordon has missed the penalty. Oh, if that had been earlier in the game, that would have been the turning point. But that is the final home game of the season, and it is 1-1. I haven't seen the table where we are. I presume as Mansfield were ahead after 9 minutes, they were 2-0 up. I presume they won anyway. I would take that against second in the table. Do you know what? Yeah, unlucky today. I'm going to say unlucky today. I think that's the best thing to say. The assistant manager is right. Can't berate them for that. Stockport have been something else in the latter half of the season. Right, Mansfield did win, which means we need them to slip up in their final game of the season. I'm not sure who it's against. We'll have a look at that in a minute. But we have secured playoffs. That is the main thing. We have secured playoffs. Cambridge have actually jumped. Crawley were up with us a couple of games ago. They have dropped out of the playoff picture almost altogether at this point, or they put it in the hands of Cambridge. Plymouth are also out of the picture as well. They're now 4 points behind Mansfield, so it is between us and Mansfield. What a shame! What a shame it couldn't be us two in the final game of the season. That would be absolutely fantastic. What a blowout final game that would have been. Right, let's see who they've got. Be a good team. Be a good team. They've got Grimsby. Where are Grimsby? 15th. How have Grimsby got on? How are they? Are they in a vein of? They've not lost in 4 games. That's going to be a very hit and miss. That's not as clear cut as I'd like it to be. And we have got Port Vale, who are 17th. So we're both facing mid-table sides and hope that they slip up. It's a big ask. Here we are, final game, possibly final game of the season. If it doesn't go well today and we end up staying where we are, it will obviously be the final game of the regular season. Then we'll go into the playoffs. Hopefully we get the win today, and hopefully Mansfield slip up against Grimsby. We are putting all our hopes on Grimsby doing us a favour there. But coming into this match, we have pretty much a fully fit side, bar Charles, who is still broken. He's also wanted by many, many clubs. We're going to have to review his contract after this game to make sure he doesn't go anywhere. The only change for this game is Adebayo has now been switched to a advanced playmaker. I thought I'd try and create a little bit more of a creative element in the midfield. It also means that he'll hopefully start to sit in this area, whereas with Mazzala, obviously he's starting to flitter over in this area, maybe crossing over with Daly. So hopefully it gives each of those guys their own space to be able to work in. So apart from that, it is exactly the same as the team that faced Stockport. So let's go out there and hope that we can do our bit to get the win that we need today to confirm ourselves as a 4th spot, which will obviously give us home advantage in the playoffs, but also hope that Mansfield slip up and it gives us the opportunity, the back door into 3rd position in the league and automatic promotion. I'm not going to say about promotion because I had a team talk prior to the game, mentioned promotion, and everyone got upset at me. I'm going to punt the fist. Port Vale have won 3 of the last 5 games. We've performed at our best. We can deny them here. Let's go out and do that. Forget playoffs. Forget automatic promotion. All we want to do is go out here and ruin Port Vale's day and give them a blot to end the season. We have a highlight here just after 10 minutes. I'm not sure. It's our free kick. McDonald with the free kick just outside the penalty area. We know he can shoot from this range, and he does, but it drags it just wide of the post. We have had 4 shots in this first 10 minutes, but there's a highlight straight away, which is more concerning. The ball is cleared to the Port Vale strikers. We win the ball back, though. It's now with Huddard. Huddard to Bennett, looking to play out from the back. To Adebayi. To McDonald. Out wide to Charles. Charles with a big ball forward to Taylor Crossdale, who tries to go on a little bit run, but is being tracked. To McDonald, to Adebayi, to Fagan. Brilliant. Crossdale is through. Can he put us 1-0 up? Yes, he can. After 11 and a half minutes, almost 12 minutes, Taylor Crossdale is clean through to put us 1-0 up, to set us on the way to doing our bit today. Adebayi with the ball to Fagan. Fagan and Crossdale showing me that their partnership is growing and is worth sticking with. Taylor Crossdale, I think that's 13th, of something like that, of the season. We will now see from the league table. I was about to see Steve from the league table. We have a highlight straight away from the kickoff. Hopefully this is not Port Vale pinning us back almost immediately. But they are coming forward. Pewpon shoots, I think that's how you pronounce his name, shoots from the edge of the penalty area, but Huddard collects it, and luckily the highlight doesn't mean anything. Mansfield are still in 3rd, which means they are winning. They are 2-0. What is with them at the moment? 2-0 up after 6 minutes. Like they're trying to outdo themselves from the last game. We have to keep going though. We can't let up just in case. Any opportunity they give us, we need to take it. We've got to hope that Grimsby can work wonders and try and at least salvage a draw in that game. Crossdale, though, is through. Puts it past the goalkeeper for his 2nd of the game. Adebayi with the creative touch there. That's his 13th, not the previous one. 13th goal of the season. After 28 minutes, we are now 2-0 up and hopefully cruising in this first half. And just hoping and praying now that Grimsby can turn around the game at Mansfield and give us the opportunity, and we'll be keeping a close eye on that. But straight away we have a highlight. Charles with a big ball forward, looking to put Fagan through, but the ball is collected by Port Vale. Hoofed forward to Devine. Hoofed forward yet again. It is tennis back and forth with the ball in this game so far. But now Port Vale looking to try and build something. Pupion is with the ball. Fonseca, I mean, they've got so... I'm not even going to bother trying to pronounce their names. There's so many players' names I can't pronounce. Conlon, I can pronounce that guy's name. There we go. Some other guy, Ebsoli, is insulted by the fact I can't pronounce any of their names and just looks to want to ruin our day by giving Port Vale an opportunity to get back in this game. I think we will definitely be having a bit of demand more early on to make sure that we don't allow Port Vale back in. But Port Vale have a corner whipped into the centre. Tricker manages to clear it, but only as far as Alexander. To someone. This is like my nightmare, this team, for how many players' names I can't pronounce. From Seca. Something like that. Alexander. I can pronounce that guy's name. There we go. Alexander. While this is going on, they're pushing their way forward. We need to be putting a tackle in. Alexander is through. Luckily, he skies it over the top. Or was that that was a save by Huddard. They have a corner as well. Just before half-time. Whip the ball in. Bennett manages to clear it to Daly. Come on, Daly. Let's counter-attack. Let's push it forward. Let's take the pressure off our defence. But he has 2 men on him. That is a cynical foul. Send that man off. Send him off. Disgusting, and he gave me a yellow card. He should be in the bath already. In the bath already? The showers. I'm not a footballer. I don't know where players go when they get sent off. Iqbal with the ball, and he slots it under the goalkeeper to make it 3-1 just before half-time. That's more like it. That is what we needed after Port Vale's goal to make sure they weren't going to try and get back into this. Iqbal with the ball out wide to Tricker. Iqbal having a much better game than the last one. 1-2 there with Tricker. Why Tricker is out wide, I have absolutely no idea, but I don't care. He gets the assist, and Iqbal with his, I think it was 5th goal of the season. How are Mansfield getting on? It's still 2-0 in the Mansfield game. It's 3-1 to us. We are doing our bit. We've made a bit of a meal of it in that first half, but we are doing our bit. I'm going to point the finger. We might be winning, but things could change if we let up. Don't let it happen. So we're at 65 minutes now. How are Mansfield getting... I mean, we can't even see that. It is completely bugging out. However, according to the table, Mansfield are still winning. We have to keep at it. Make sure we're still doing our bit. Daly is not having the best of games. So we'll bring on Billy Williams, one of our youngsters, for a bit of a run around. Switch him to the winger role that he is more familiar with. Pretty much everyone else is having a great game. I will take Charles off though, bring on Winter to rest him. I don't want to break him as much as he is having a good game, especially if we're, by the looks of it now, going to be having the playoffs to contend with. But Port Vale have a throw in our half. Burke into the centre. It managed to be, it's cleared though to Crossdale. Crossdale turns on a dime, starts to pace ahead. Williams, I think, is that on the overlap. Crossdale's gone very wide there. Whips in the centre to Fagan. Fagan was so close there. I thought it was going to be a miracle if he managed to get that even on target from that angle. But he was very close. But on 75 minutes, Mansfield, I think, are still winning. They are 2-0. There hasn't been anything in that game at all. We're gonna have to relegate ourselves to playoffs, unfortunately. McDonald with the corner whipped into the centre. Crossdale tries to get the ball, but is cleared. And as far as Williams... These highlights are pretty much second, though, to the other game, watching the other game. As long as we're doing our bit, even if at this point, if I'm honest, the win doesn't really mean anything at all, other than keeping us in 4th place. I don't even know what the points difference is between us, and I presume it's Plymouth just below us. But the ball has been kicked forward to looking for the striker. Not sure what the striker's name is, but we now have the ball. Bring it forward to Williams. Williams putting Crossdale through. Can he get another one? He's unfortunately doesn't quite have the pace behind it, and the defenders managed to catch up. It is Southend just below us, actually. I mean, they are 3 points behind us, so we don't have to worry about them getting to us. So our game in this one is pretty... winning this is pretty irrelevant after all, but we did our bit. Unfortunately, Grimsby couldn't do us a favour. Mansfield, who were never in the automatic promotion picture, we have to feel that we let them in. We handed them the automatic promotion, and they ran with it, which is disappointing, but we're in the playoffs, which is not disappointing. It is far and above where we expected to be. I'm going to say outstretched arms. Very happy the way they played. It's not their fault that, in this game anyway, that we didn't get back to promotion. That was lost. That was lost a couple of games ago. But with all that in mind, we now look forward to the playoff picture. So the next episode will be, presumably, the 2 legs of the semi-final. And then the final will be the episode after that, plus the season review on that episode as well. Well, we'll call that another mixed emotions episode. But if you did enjoy that, please give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to hit the bell icon to be notified of brand new FM21 videos from me as we try and now gain promotion through the playoffs. And thank you very much for watching.